Hello everyone, welcome to episode 64 of the Jack Halford podcast. Today I've been thinking about our ability to be creative when we don't have very much because of the film that came out in 2005 directed by Tim Burton called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or some variation of that, Willy Wonka, whatever the fuck it was called. Basically, Charlie's dad in that works at a toothpaste factory and his job is to put the toothpaste cap on the toothpaste tube. Sometimes he'll find a defective cap and he'll bring it home to Charlie, and Charlie really slowly creates this miniature version of Willy Wonka's factory. And I think that just goes to show how much brilliant it is, humans' ability to just make something out of hardly anything. You know, I think that's great. I think that's what that's about. I mean, it also reminds me of the videos where you get someone has a cat and they'll bite at something, but the cat will just be playing in the box. It's like, you don't need that much, do you, to be happy, to make something. Yeah. What I've been doing today. Went on a long run today. So tomorrow I'm probably just going to go through the motions at the gym, which is also another thing I've been thinking about recently, is that how I'm going to train every day. I do train every day, but sometimes I'm just going through the motions of it. And that basically just means that what I'm doing is I'm lowering the weight right down. Maybe I'm just using the bar, but I'm still going and I'm still keeping the habit up. And that's important because if you can keep it up, you keep going, you still feel like you've achieved something, and it's easier to stay on track. Whereas if you just have a day off, it could turn into 2 days, 3 days, and before you know it, you're just sitting there getting fat and unfit again. So going through the motions is really good. It's like with the ice bath, just go in for like 30 seconds, just go in. It's just that thing where you just start, and it's like I come to the studio sometimes and I don't do it, but I'm here. It's good that you're just coming in, even if you're just sitting there doing fuck all. You just come in anyway. Go to work. You still go in. You gotta just do the bare minimum, you know. And then you might get bored and you want to do a bit more, and then that's how you sort of just make great things, by just continually turning up. Even if some days are really slow and you don't get that much done, you're still turning up. Which reminds me of one of the sort of things they talk about in Atomic Habits by James Clear. He says, you want to build a habit about going to the gym, just go to the gym for 5 minutes and don't actually do anything. And then after doing that 20 times, you'll just start thinking, right, I might as well stay here, because I'm coming here and just spending 5 minutes and going home. Might as well stay here for longer and actually work out, because this is fucking boring just coming here and doing nope. So it's that thing, innit? Just turn up. Just start doing stuff. And then you want to add weight. You want to add reps. You want to add paint. And before you know it, you've got something brilliant. I ran about 16 miles today, and the last 2 were like trippy. I felt like I had 25% health if I was a video game character. Everything was kind of wavy. But I think I've got my fuel in right now. I've started making these energy balls out of oats. So what I do is I get a cup of oats. I get about 3 tablespoons of maple syrup in there, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and a bit of cinnamon. And mix it all together and then squish it into balls. Put them in the fridge for 20 minutes and let them set. And then I whack them in a Ziploc bag and take them out of me. And I have one of them about every 3-4 miles or so every 30-40 minutes I'll have one of them. Took about 4 out with me today. I was out for 3 hours. It's important to have them before you need them. It's important to fuel before you need the fuel. If you're having it and you're starting to feel tired and then you have it, then it's too late. You need to fuel so you're fully fueled up, if you know what I mean. It's just like a car. You don't want to break down on the motorway because you've not got any fuel. So you make sure you fill it up before you go on a long journey, don't you? The same thing here. And then also just hydration. I want to get a vest, but I've been doing it 2 or 3 years now, this running malarkey. I've still not brought a vest because I just don't like buying new things in case I quit. So I really don't like spending money on stuff. So I've been looking on Vinted, and they're still quite expensive on there. So I might have to bite the bullet and buy one. But we'll see. I'll get the sort of the least trendiest colour and try and get one cheap and get a discount somewhere. If any of you have got out that you don't use, then let me know. I bet there's loads of people that have stuff like that and they don't use it and they don't sell it. Idiots. And there's just all these products being made all the time, being pumped out, and then it's just sat in people's houses and then it gets chucked in landfill and it's destroying the planet. It's another reason I don't fucking like buying anything. Don't like buying anything new. Like if I forget something, like some clothes for going yoga or something in town, I won't go out and buy brand new gear. I'll go to a charity shop and buy something, and it's like £5 or less, and then you can get it back to the charity shop after you washed it, or you can just keep it. But that isn't adding to the big pile of shit out there, is it? I hate brands. I think brands are a load of bollocks, and I really don't like them. Like, you end up wearing them because you think they're good, but you're sort of just falling for the advertising. It's all bollocks. It's all fucking bollocks. I don't like it. Yeah. So it's better to buy stuff second hand and fix it. Make your own things, or buy from smaller local independents if you can. But I've started wearing, instead of base layers now, what I've been doing is using a merino wool sweater I got from a charity shop. They were like £5 something. It was John Smedley one. They made at Derbyshire near Matlock in a mill there, and they're like £200 now. Got it for £5 something. It's probably someone that got it from the factory shop around there and put back in the charity shop. It has a few holes in it, but it doesn't matter because all I'm doing is sweating in it. Yet again, I've proved to you don't need the flashy gear to go running. All you need is legs at work and some shoes that don't give you blisters. And another thing I started doing is rubbing Vaseline all over my bollocks and my toes and my nipples, and that really helps. So I'm not getting any blisters or anything anymore. And that's just simple Vaseline. You don't even have to buy Vaseline. It's petroleum jelly. You can just get the cheap stuff from wherever. It's all the same. You don't need to get that brand I just said. You just get the cheapest one. Then you just rub it all over your bits, and then you don't have any chafing, any problems. Your boxer shorts won't move. It kind of makes your clothes not move as much, and you won't get any rashes and that. So if you just put it on wherever you're getting chafing or whatever, and it will stop, and it'll make everything more comfortable. Because the main thing is just wearing things that are more comfortable, and that's how you're going to be able to get that mileage up. Because if you're comfortable, you're not thinking about how much you're aching, although it will ache eventually near the end, especially when you know it's near the end. I think that's why races are good, because unless they have signs, you're not familiar with it, so you don't really know how much longer you got. And I think that psychology of not knowing how much longer you got can make you keep going for longer, I reckon. Because when I know I've not got long to go, my body starts to shut down a little bit. Like it starts to slow down and I start to feel weird. Like I think, oh, I'm almost there. I can walk it now. I try not to. I try to like keep going. Weird. But I start to feel like, you know, when you get those illustrations of skinny men in robes in the desert, seeing mirages of cold, ice cold water and stuff, and then it's not. It's just a mirage. It's not really there. You've got peppermint tea here. It's really nice. I think herbal tea is quite good. Another thing as well, apparently, that's bollocks is electrolytes. I've proved to you I don't need to buy any gels or oats because I can make those energy balls. Just oats and sugar basically. Peanut butter, all cheap things you can get from Lidl and Aldi, really cheap. Get a kilo tub of peanut butter for less than £5. Costs you like almost £10 if you buy it from a Whole Food shop. Maple syrup again, you get at discount stores, and then oats are like the cheapest thing about. And they're the best thing if you're doing like long distance. Get some oats, get some eggs, and that's a great fuel because it burns slowly and it's going to keep you going. And then you just make those like energy balls with a bit of sugar in, because that gets right in your blood really quickly. But you've also got them oats that burn slowly, so you've got like the quick energy and then the sort of slow release. And that's why you have to have it before you need it, so that it releases slowly, and then you just keep adding to it every 40 minutes or so. So it's important to experiment with fueling if you're training for like bigger runs. Then I'm basically just training for the next long run. So every long run I'm doing this year, I'm just adding about a mile or so to it. So by the end of the year, I'll be doing, I don't bloody know how many miles. Too many miles. That's how many. It will probably taper and then go up again to give myself rest. I think that's important, to rest. One of my New Year's resolutions was to rest more and take it more seriously. Not take as much on, but just whatever I do take on, do a good job of it. And I think that will work out for me nicely. I'll probably earn more this year than I have last year, and one of my goals last year was to earn more than I did ever, and I accomplished that. So I'll probably accomplish it again this year. Yeah. But I don't think I care too much about becoming ultra rich. I just don't want to have to worry about as much. So saving and investing it rather than spending it on all this shit. I mean, I'm wearing shoes right now that I've had for only like 2 years that I really need to replace, but I don't want to replace them because all the shoes I keep seeing in the shops are disgusting. They have all these bits on that I don't like. These stupid bubbles. I went in the shop and this girl showed me all the shoes he had on this screen, and they're all fucking ugly, and I said I don't like them. And she said, really, I like them. I said, I don't like them, they're horrible. They got all these bits on. Why can't you just get normal, like, plain shoes that go with everything? Why do you have to buy these? Why are they trying to tell me what to wear? All these shops, they just got all this stuff. It's a load of bollocks. I don't like it. I just want plain clothes. But they're trying to get you to wear all this stuff that doesn't make sense. And I don't like it. I don't know why other people like it. Probably because the people that they think they like wear that stuff. But it's bollocks. It's all bollocks, you know. It's all glitz and glam. It's all photoshopped bollocks. All it is. You don't need anything. All you need is some eggs. And you just clean clothes so you don't stink of shit. Because if you stink of shit, no one want to hang out with you. They don't care if you look scruffy, if you smell alright. And you can get ripped by just running and doing press-ups. You don't need a gym membership. If you look good and you smell good, it doesn't matter what you're wearing, because whatever you're wearing will look good if you look good and you smell good. And that's what you're falling for in these stupid adverts, like Balenciaga or whatever, selling all this stupid fucking clown shit, but the people that are wearing it look good, so you think you'll look good wearing it, but you look like a fucking tart. a Bakewell fucking tart, which isn't the original. The original's a pudding, and that's tastier in my opinion. It's better. The original's always better. It's like when I talk about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that Tim Burton directed one ain't as good as the one that the original one, was it? 'Cause that was well good, wasn't it? I like that forward roll that Thingamajiggy did at the start. Gillian, what have you, whatever he's called, I don't bloody know his name. Really, he was really good, he was. Murphy or something, I don't know his name. But it were a lot better. The newest fucking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is the shittest one of them all. I don't know who that actor is, but he's fucking shite. We watched it for like 20 minutes, me and my girlfriend did, and I said, I've had enough of this, we'll have to turn it off because it's bloody like musical. But it's horrible, bloody rubbish. Well annoying little Charlie wanker. Don't like it. So, on a positive note, we did get to turn it off and then we watched something else. We watched Cocaine Bear, which is a really good film that I highly recommend. It's about a bear that does cocaine. It's great. I don't think we should be doing cocaine as people, but Bears just makes a great film, so give it to Bears, that's alright. Yeah. Drugs are bad. People that do drugs are, again, probably just being peer pressured into it. They're getting put on it so that they can forget how miserable everything is, but it's not miserable. That's just a perspective that you have because people are telling you to have it and you've been brought up a certain way. But if you just go outside and open your eyes and touch a tree and stop looking at all the shit they're trying to pump into your brain, then you'll realise you don't need all this shit to sort of tint over everything with rose. You don't need it. Because it's alright, really. But it's not as shit as I say it is. It's actually alright. Everything's fine. It's all fucking bollocks. In a good way. Yeah, everything's... It's alright. It's good. Some good music out at the minute. I like this girl called I think she's called Lola Young or Young Lola or something that I can't really remember. But she's got a good song out. I can't remember what that's called either. But Google it and have a listen because I think it's really good. And lyrics are good in it and that. Yeah, there's all sorts of good stuff out at the minute. But yeah, give her a listen. She's really good. Sometimes I just think chart music's so shit, but there's been some alright stuff coming out at the minute like that. What I've mostly been listening to at the minute is Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash, AC/DC and Black Sabbath. They're like what I listen to in the car, really. Stop paying for Spotify, it's a load of bollocks again. £10 a month, not paying that. Just listen to some adverts, I don't give a shit. And then I can't actually choose what songs I want to listen to, which is good, so I discover more music with the free version than I would with the other version. And then I get sick of it because of the adverts and I turn it off. So I'm not getting this sort of constant input of music. I'm experiencing life without music. I don't listen to music when I'm running, which is lovely. I was 3 hours out today, no music, just me and the road. That's great. Because I think what we all are doing is just looking at shit all the time and listening to shit, and we're not actually living in the moment, and I think that's what we need to be doing more of. And then I try and practice that with the running. And then when I'm here too, with the painting, although I do listen to podcasts and that when I'm here. But but I do think that helps me getting there. Sometimes I'm not even really listening to them; they are just in the background. But with music pumping in your ears when you're running, it's good just to be in the moment. Like I went on a hike this week as well because I couldn't be fucked with running, so me and my girlfriend went on a hike instead, and I did do some hill sprints, but it was pretty easy. It was mainly just walking. The rain did get us, but that was alright because we're in the woods. But that were really nice because it was just us in the woods. We weren't listening to any music or anything. We were just looking at nature and just yeah, it's just really good. And we drove all the way to Melton because we have this voucher we've got to use, but we can't fucking use it anywhere because you have to like ring up the company. Don't buy a gift voucher for anyone because if you're gonna buy a gift for someone, buy them a gift. Don't buy them a gift card because they're fucking shite. Like, give them money or get them something proper. Don't get them a stupid card so they have to do stupid. No, it's a load of bollocks. Sorry, Mum. She bought that. Fucking. If you work for buy a gift, get your fucking arse in gear, you twats. But yeah, they didn't let us. So we went to Greggs instead, which were far superior anyway, because that fucking pub looked shite, and I didn't like the woman in there. She gave me a funny eye look. I don't like people. They stink of shite. Yeah, Greggs is great. It's cheap. I tell you what, if you're ever coming on the motorway home on a long journey, go to the service station. Look at an app called Too Good To Go, and if you're lucky, you'll be able to like buy a Too Good To Go bag at a Greggs or wherever in the service station, and no one ever buys them from the service stations. And we got like 2 massive sacks of food from Greggs for like £3. It was brilliant. Like loads of sausage rolls and donuts and all sorts, fruit, all sorts. It was brilliant. £3 something it was. Bloody brilliant. I think that's really good app, stuff like that. Because it's sort of going out of date, so it's going to be chucked away, but then you can buy it really cheap and eat it. It's brilliant. I love stuff like that. Too Good To Go. Vinted, eBay, car boots, charity shops, like all this stuff's helping me not spend very much, and I can save it and invest it in things that I actually want to. You know, like buying a new camera or paying rent on the studio so I can come here and make stuff, buying new books, even the books I'm buying cheap anyway, and then you can resell them. Like if you need something that's expensive, have a look how much it is second hand, because you can buy it second hand, use it, sell it on for the same amount. That's why I don't like buying new as well, because it just loses its value straight away. But if you buy used, it might go up in value because there'll be less of them about. But people still want them. So just think with your head before you start buying stuff. Don't get pulled into stuff. Impulse buying is bollocks. Bollocks. How many times I said bollocks in this one? Might set a world record. Yeah. Fucking tired. Shattered. But I've got to work at De Montfort University tomorrow and again on Wednesday. Basically just bragging about this organisation that does fantastic work helping young people around Leicester that would get into trouble if they didn't have something like this that helps them get into creative activities and stuff. So it's a really positive thing, and I think why we go into university is to sort of shout about it to the students, so maybe when they graduate they'll come to this organisation and say, oh, can we volunteer, can we help, can we work with you? And of course if they're good at what they're doing, then they can come and work for them. They pay really good, and the work they do is great for the kids too, and I think it's really good because I got expelled from school, and if it weren't for doing the art stuff, then I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing right now. Probably wouldn't be doing very well at all. So yeah, it's worked out for me. So I think if I can get these young people into doing some painting and printing and just showing them how they can make it into something other than just fine art painting, for example. If you just get good at drawing, you can do graphic design, you can use it to design your own logos and things and start your own brand, which I hate these big brands, but if it's helping someone that comes from nothing to do well, then I think that's good. I'm just talking about all these massive fucking corporations that enslave people all over the world and fucking exploit the shit out of them so that they can give you low quality goods that fall apart, so you have to buy more low quality goods. Just fucking stop doing it. It's fucking bollocks. But yeah, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Good stuff. I don't like working, but if I am working, I do like working. That's a lie. I just don't like working for fucking stupid companies that don't do anything good for anyone. So I only work for organisations that do good things and help people these days for money, and they usually pay alright. So I like that, and that's what I'm trying to do as well with my publications that have already got out, is to help people. Art helps people as well, because I think, especially what I'm doing, if I explain it to people as well, they can see how this could help people. It sort of shifts people's perceptions and makes them think in a different way. It's almost just illustrating an idea in order for them to be able to think about it. I think often some people, they hear about ideas and philosophies and things, and they're turned off because there's so many big words used to describe it, because all these people that are into it or have been brought up to be into it are very knowledgeable, and they have this brilliant wide variety of words, but it can put people off that don't have that wide vocabulary and they don't know a lot of words. So what I like to do is just sort of explain things in a very simplified way so that people can understand and they don't think I'm a dickhead. Because you won't get any of those fucking dickheads working with the kids that I like working with, because it just I don't have to make fun of them. Maybe they'd find what they have to say interesting, but they'd have to say it in a certain way so that they can understand. I mean, these are kids, aren't they, anyway? And kids don't know as much. They've not been, they might have been through a lot, but they've not got as much life experience and they don't know as much. So you have to make sure you tell them something in a way that they can understand and comprehend. And sometimes you have to fucking repeat yourself a million times, but I have to read things a million times to understand them sometimes as well. You've got to have patience if you want to try and understand something. This is where people get the arse because they're not patient enough. They need to learn that. You need to practice patience. Like I was at the gym, literally yesterday I was at the gym, and someone were doing deadlifts, but they were doing really heavy deadlifts, so they had to take a long break in between each set, which was just like one or two reps at this weight. It was fucking ridiculous, but nice lads. And I know you have to rest a lot, because I had to rest a lot after they'd finished, so I was waiting patiently, and it was kind of getting on my nerves, and I was in my head, I was just like, fucking no, come on, hurry up. But you just have to be patient, because really they weren't taking that long, and you just think, oh, they're just fucking chatting in between this set, fuck's sake. But then they were done, and then I could get on it, and they said sorry, and I said, you don't have to say sorry, I know how long you have to rest in between every sets. But even if you have that knowledge of how long you have to rest in between every sets, you still get pissed off, because no one likes waiting for things, so you have to practice that, I reckon. How do you practice fucking patience? Reading, baking, trying to get good at something is like running. That fucking takes patience, because you have to keep doing it over and over again. You're not getting very good, and you have to keep doing it, and then eventually you sort of see you're starting to get better at it. But it's a different kind of patience, isn't it, when you have to wait. So you have to be able to. You can't just fucking go on your phone all the time when you got time on your hands to waste. Don't waste the time. Figure out some of. Just think about things. Just live in the moment. Just be still and be quiet and shut the fuck up and try and just breathe. Stop fucking worrying all the time. We're all gonna fucking die, you fucking twats. You know what I mean? Fuck we impatient for? Just because other people are doing stuff too, and we're doing it, and we're in a line. We're all in a fucking line to death. You twats. So let's fucking get on with it. Do you know what I mean? We're all slowly walking towards nothingness. So fucking breathe the air and look at a tree and smile, you fucking idiots. Do you know what I mean? None of us are fucking clever. And that's what should make you patient. Just this realisation that no one's fucking special, everyone's a piece of shit, and we're all gonna fucking die. Alright? That's what should make you fucking patient. You're not special, I'm not special, no one's fucking special. Wait in line. Twat. Right, I've had enough of this now. But thank you for listening. Thank you for bearing with me. And please do listen to the next one sometime next week. Ta-ra.